Have you ever sat there, completely drained, wondering how it's possible that the person causing all the chaos is the one walking around like they're in control? Like somehow they break things, twist stories, exhaust everyone around them, and still come out looking untouchable. That feeling? It's real. It's frustrating. And if you've dealt with someone who shows strong narcissistic traits, you already know how heavy that weight can be. Because it's not just what they do directly, it's how it lingers. Even when you create distance, their influence can still echo through your life. The tension, the confusion, the way they pull others into their narrative, it can feel like you never fully escape it. And at some point, a thought creeps in that most people don't like to admit out loud. Why do they keep getting away with it? You want fairness. You want accountability. And sometimes, if we're being honest, you want them to feel even a fraction of what they've put you through. But here's where things quietly shift. The moment you step into trying to win against them, you're already standing on their playing field. You start reacting instead of living. You start defending instead of growing. And without realizing it, your energy gets tied to their patterns. That's exactly where they're most comfortable. So instead of asking, how do I make them pay? There's a deeper question that actually frees you. What is it costing them to be who they are? Because what looks like control on the outside often hides something very different underneath. A person who can't form steady, respectful relationships isn't winning. A person who has to manipulate, deflect, or hide the truth just to maintain their image isn't free. A person who constantly needs admiration but can't hold genuine connection is stuck in a cycle that never satisfies. That's not success. That's a loop. And over time, people notice. Healthy individuals start stepping back. Trust fades. Respect fades. What's left is a pattern they can't escape, even if they never admit it. That's where something like karma isn't about revenge. It's about consequence. Not loud, not instant, but steady. It shows up in the inability to feel real peace. In relationships that never quite stay stable. In the quiet isolation that grows over time. And maybe the hardest part to understand, they don't get to experience love the way you do. Not the calm, grounded, safe kind. Not the kind that grows. Not the kind that feels like home. And that absence, that's something no outward win can replace. Meanwhile, your path, when you choose it consciously, moves in a completely different direction. When you hold your boundaries, you reclaim your space. When you stop engaging in the chaos, you reclaim your energy. When you choose dignity over reaction, you reclaim yourself. That becomes your version of karma. Not something you wait for, but something you build. Because in the end, what they have is themselves. And what you're creating is peace. So if it ever feels like they're ahead, take a closer look. Short term, it might look that way. But long term, you're not stuck in their cycle. And that changes everything. If this gave you a new perspective, stay connected with the channel TF. There's more coming that will help you understand these patterns without losing yourself in them. And just a quick note, this content is for awareness and personal growth. It's not about labeling or diagnosing anyone, but helping you understand patterns so you can protect your peace and move forward stronger.